Today we're going to be talking about this new Backroads Shelter from Kelty. We're going to go ahead and get it out of the bag, and we're going to set this up today. We're going to be installing it on the 2021 Bronco, and the main purpose of this is to see what kind of shelter we can get, and also what can we fit inside of it. Let's go ahead and open the bag. Inside the bag, you're gonna see that it's nicely bundled together. So we're gonna go ahead and undo this little string. Here's our ground stakes. Looks like you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the bag. These are the poles for the shelter. We're going to go ahead and set those aside. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and spread this out. This looks like the bottom, so we're going to flip it over. The door is down on that end, so we're going to move it to that end. Okay, now that we have everything spread out, we're going to go ahead and put the poles together. So now that we have it in position, we're going to go ahead and put the first set of rods inside to start building the structure. Okay, so here's where I'm a little bit confused, and it's not been the easiest getting this thing out of the bag and set up. So you have a short pole, and you have an extremely long pole. Now it says that the two long poles are supposed to go X pattern from each other, which you would think an X pattern would be this. Well, there's no pole holders on this side, but there is a pole holder on this side. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and put this one in here, bend it, go ahead and get it upright, and then I gotta try to figure out where the small one goes. The directions that come with this are not very easy to follow, so I'm just kind of doing this on a whim here. It's a shelter. So I can tell you, this is definitely not right. Okay, so here's where I'm a little bit confused, and it's not been the easiest getting this thing out of the bag and set up. So you have a short pole, and you have an extremely long pole. Now it says that the two long poles are supposed to go X pattern from each other, which you would think an X pattern would be this. Well, there's no pole holders on this side, but there is a pole holder on this side. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and put this one in here, bend it, go ahead and get it upright, and then I gotta try to figure out where the small one goes. The directions that come with this are not very easy to follow, so I'm just kind of doing this on a whim here. It's a shelter. So I can tell you, this is definitely not right. So we have the first 2 set of poles in, and this was my first setup with this. And I'll tell you, it was a little bit frustrating. It wasn't the easiest to kind of figure out given the 4-hub tent I have at home. But I have the structure up. I just have the single pole to put in. There's like a little metal tip right here on both ends. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and put this in. I gotta be doing something wrong here because it's not quite going my way. I don't know why people like this so much. It's kind of a pain to install. So I'm gonna try something different here. Gonna be in the video. Say hi. So I'm just kind of showing this to you in real time and the frustrations that I'm having with it. This is a real pain. All right, well, we finally got it together. Now it's time to attach it to the Bronco. Okay, now we have it up on the roof rack. We're gonna go ahead and unzip the door, bring the camera inside so you can see how we're gonna attach this. All right, we're just gonna have the door out of the way and we're gonna come in and take a look at the interior. So inside the Bronco, we have the rear of the roof rack, and right here is some straps as well. So when I pull these in, obviously you can see the corner. There's some daylight here. So I'm trying to figure out how to attach this one to the roof rack to create enough space to lock it down where it's tight. So bring that under there. So the buckles are not fitting quite well underneath.
Dad, Princess Trotter will walk. Princess Trotter will walk.
Oh, he's fine.
He's the ground too.
All right, so we're gonna try to latch this to the back of the Bronco. I think I'm gonna have to pull it back some. I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit tighter with less gaps. Again, this could just be all air installer issues. I do have a bar right here, so I have to go kind of fish this through. This has definitely not been as fast as I want it to be. Okay. So I got the left side hooked in. It has two clips. I have the tension pulled tight. So that corner secured. Now I have to work on this corner on the right. Okay, and then this strap here is what goes to the tires on the outside. So what I did to get the right side tighter is I went ahead and clipped it to the rail. So I'm gonna change this left side and try to click it just to the aluminum rail that's at the top. See if we can get that corner daylight brought in. Okay, so what we did is just go ahead and mount that to the rail at the top. It did pull in the corner a lot better. Less gap. And then what I'm going to do is take that big long strap down around the wheel or possibly on my rock sliders there to keep the side panels tightly closed. So if it was to catch wind, it wouldn't just act like a big kite. Okay, and there you can see we have that tightly secured. Now we just need to move over to the other side and do the same thing. Okay, there we have it. We have this side secured. Now what we need to do is go ahead and put the ground stakes in, and that would be it for the install. Now this ground is pretty rocky and hard. So just for quick video purposes, I'm just showing you maybe how I would do this. I wish there was just more straps to kind of keep it tighter. I do know this is just, you know, shelter for shade and rain and whatnot, but there is some molly along the sides here, so I could potentially just get my own string and maybe utilize my tow hook here to bring the corner in and keep it tighter to the vehicle. It is on both sides, so I would most likely be doing that.
Dad, Frank wants to go back home. Frank, what do you want back home?
So as you can see, I just took some of the extra strap around the tow hook there and then tied it to the strap on the outside. And what that did was that allowed it to get a little tighter. Take some of that gap away. Let's go in.
Okay.
So as you can see, we have my son, my dog, and myself inside the shelter. There's plenty of room. If we needed this overnight for camping, for cooking or whatnot, we could set up our cook station. 2 chairs easily, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. It's nice and shaded. I'd say on a level of 1 to 10, putting it together for the first time, I'm gonna give myself a 4. What do you think, buds?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit difficult. Took me a little bit longer to kind of figure out the structure. I'm gonna give this a couple of times putting it up at the house to get comfortable with it before I take it out to camp. But it definitely takes a little bit of time to get it set up. But I think on a rainy day or just the winter camping, we need an extra place to hang out. I think this is gonna be a good thing to have. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning into the channel. Like always, like and subscribe, share. We appreciate you stopping by. Say bye.
Bye.